Yo, what is up, guys? It is Nick or the Notorious Fantasy back at today with yet another fantasy football video. In today's video, I got you guys the Week 17 wide receiver rankings. These are based on the PPR format, so if you have any questions about half PPR standard, please make sure to leave them down below in the comment section. Now, before I get into the video, I'd like to give you guys a word from my friends and my sponsor over at OverlayDFS.com. OverlayDFS.com is my favorite way to play daily fantasy sports. Now, obviously, this channel is based off of fantasy football, but I still play NBA daily fantasy, and if you guys are new to it, you can come and play with me and join me as well there. I play pretty much every single day, and I have won some money on there, so I have gotten a bit better at that. But this week, right now, the best game to play for NFL, and the only game to play for NFL, is this quarterbacks only game. It is an $11 entry, but you're only playing the quarterbacks in this game for week 17. Now, obviously, a lot of strategy is going to be different in this type of game. It's just all about the quarterback. You don't have to worry about the running backs, the wide receivers, or the tight end, and it is very simple to play on this website. All you have to do is make, for the quarterbacks only, make 5 picks plus 3 alternate picks in case someone doesn't play, someone ends up getting hurt before the game, they end up not getting the go. It is this simple. Pat Mahomes versus Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers versus Jameis Winston, Dak Prescott versus Ryan Tannehill. Who scores more fantasy points? It is that simple. Anyone can do it, so please make sure to check out OverlayDFS.com. Link down below in the description. Come and play with me this week. There will be a separate video later in the week explaining my picks on the website. And we are back. Please make sure to check out OverlayDFS.com. Link down below in the description. And let's get right into the video. Week 17 wide receiver rankings. Coming in at my number 1 wide receiver this week, we got Michael Thomas going up against the Carolina Panthers. Now, as of right now, I believe that Michael Thomas will start pretty much this whole game. Unless they spank the Carolina Panthers down and absolutely murder them, I believe Michael Thomas puts up big points in this game. The New Orleans Saints definitely still have more to play for. Even though they're already in the playoffs, I think they may want to elevate their spot in the playoffs, so they need to win this game. I believe this should be an easy game for them, so that is something to worry about, that he may get taken out after the first half of the game. But even the first half, he'll probably end up having 6 or 7 receptions and maybe even 100 yards and a touchdown, because this Carolina Panthers defense is so fucking bad. Coming in at number 2, we got Davante Adams, wide receiver of the Green Bay Packers, going up against the Detroit Lions in Detroit. Now, I believe this is a great matchup for the Green Bay Packers. They obviously want to win this game because they can secure that number 1 spot in the NFC. I believe that they fuck up the Detroit Lions very easily in this game. And now that is something that worries me, the fact that Davante Adams may get benched after half the game. But I think the Detroit Lions may be able to keep it close, so that they're actually a way better team than the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers literally just have one fucking guy that can do something. At least the Detroit Lions have a couple of guys on that team. I think that Davante Adams plays very well, though, and that is why he's the number 2 ranked wide receiver. Coming in number 3, we have Julio Jones going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Nick, last week, DeAndre Hopkins didn't do anything up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and you're telling me to start Julio Jones, who's not as good as DeAndre Hopkins. He's ranked as your number 3 wide receiver. Are you fucking crazy? Of course I'm not fucking crazy. This Tampa Bay pass defense is terrible. That was an anomaly of a game. That will not happen again. I believe that Julio Jones puts up a big spot on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this week. That is why I got him ranked at number 3. Coming in number 4, we have DeAndre Hopkins, the man I just spoke about this week, going against the Tennessee Titans. And this game is a must-win spot for the Houston Texans. They are playing up against their division rival. They need to beat the Tennessee Titans. This will be a close game and a high-scoring game at that. I believe DeAndre Hopkins plays much better in this game and has a bounce back from his bad game last week. Coming in number 5, we have Julian Edelman, Jules, going up against the Miami Dolphins. Now, obviously, last week, Julian Edelman, it didn't look all that good. He got a bit hurt. And then, we finished with a pretty good game, so I like him this week up against the Miami Dolphins. The Patriots definitely want to win this game so that they can potentially get that bye and potentially play at home in the playoffs. They want to beat the Miami Dolphins into pulp. Their fucking former coach is the Dolphins head coach, Brian Flores. So that's some extra fuel into Bill Belichick's blood, the Emperor. He is going to fuck up the Miami Dolphins. I believe Julian Edelman puts up a big spot in this game. Coming to number 6, we have Tyreek the Freak Hill going up against the LA Superchargers. Now, this is obviously a great matchup for Tyreek Hill. He is going to easily be able to burn these guys. Tyreek Hill is a he's pretty much must be inserted in the top 10 every single week, no matter the defense. The LA Chargers defense just really ain't all that hot, and Tyreek Hill is a goddamn speedster, and speed kills in the NFL. Tyreek Hill is going to dominate the LA Superchargers this week. Coming in number 7, we have A.J. Brown going up against the Houston Texans. And A.J. Brown has been on fucking fire the last couple of games. He has been riding a hot streak like no other. Up against the Houston Texans, I believe he puts up another big spot. Last week, Rashad Perriman had a good game up against them. And obviously, that Tampa Bay offense is not as good as the Tennessee offense. The Tennessee offense has been balling out of control last week up against the New Orleans Saints. I know they might have lost, but they still put up a lot of points, and A.J. Brown put up a lot of fantasy points. So I believe in this game up against the Houston Texans, a game I believe is going to be very back and forth. I think A.J. Brown puts up a big spot here. Coming in number 8, we have Cortland Sutton going up against the Oakland Raiders. And Horsecock Lock loves throwing the ball to Cortland Sutton. This Oakland defense is non-existent. They are doing the Bird Box Challenge. They just fucking close their eyes trying to play defense. They play out there like Stevie Goddamn Wonder. I believe that Cortland Sutton puts up a humongous game this week with Horsecock Lock. Coming in number 9, we have Tyler, Boyd, going up against the Cleveland Browns, a wide receiver that dominated the Miami Dolphins this week. And yet again, he has yet another cupcake matchup. Andy Dalton likely plays his last game in the orange and black unless he goes to the Cleveland Browns next year. Shout out to the Cleveland Browns fans. Andy Dalton is going to put up a big spot here. He loves throwing the ball to Tyler Boyd. AJ Green, big fuck you to you. Shout out to you for being a bitch and being on the IR all season. I told you guys not to draft him if you guys have been here since the beginning. Obviously, if you're new, make sure to click that subscribe button. But Tyler Boyd is going to put up a big spot here. I love him this week. An amazing matchup for him. Coming in number 10, we have Allen Robinson, A-Rob, going up against the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota. Now, obviously, this fucking team got their shit rocked. They got knocked out like fight night. The Kansas City Chiefs smacked them up. But Allen Robinson still played okay, and I think Allen Robinson plays good yet again this week up against the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings defense that is quite banged up. Coming in number 11, we have Keenan Allen going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, the beginning of Keenan Allen's season was amazing. The middle was god-awful, and now towards the end, he's been playing okay. This week, he gets the Kansas City Chiefs, a defense that you could definitely expose. If Phillip Rivers isn't just playing like a goddamn clown, I believe Keenan Allen puts up a top 12 performance. Coming in number 12, we have Rashad Perriman going up against the Atlanta Falcons. Now, the Atlanta Falcons defense is atrocious. Rashad Perriman should put up a huge spot in this game. Rashad Perriman has been balling out of control the last couple of games, putting up some big spots for your fantasy team. Definitely a waiver wire addition that may end up winning you your championship. And this week, this Falcons matchup is way too juicy for him to be outside of my top 12 wide receivers. Now into 13 through 24. So if you guys have enjoyed the video thus far, please make sure to click that subscribe button down below. Coming in number 13, we have Amari Cooper going against the Washington Redskins. Now, I know this Dallas offense looked atrocious last week up against the Eagles, and the Eagles defense is just about okay, but this week they get a terrible defense, the Washington Redskins. We saw last week Daniel Jones throw 5 fucking touchdowns on them. That's right, you heard it correct, folks. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 fucking touchdowns in this game. I think that Amari Cooper puts up a huge spot in this game. Dak Prescott needs to win this game so that they have a chance to make the playoffs. Coming in number 14, we have Robert Woods going against the Arizona Cardinals. Now, Robert Woods has been a little staple in this goddamn LA Rams offense the last couple of games. Now, I do worry of something that I have read, that they believe that the LA Rams may be sitting down some of their players. Robert Woods would probably be included in that if he plays. This matchup up against the Arizona Cardinals is amazing, but I am worried about the fact that they may get up early, especially if Kyler Murray isn't playing. They just fuck up the Arizona Cardinals and they take out all of their starters. Coming in at number 15, we have Kenny Golladay going up against the Green Bay Packers. Now, Kenny Golladay is certainly a dice roll. You throw it at the fucking wall. He could probably score you 30 points. This Packers defense isn't amazing, but he's dealing with David Blau. So I don't really trust David Blau. So that's why Kenny Golladay is ranked lower. Obviously, if he had a good quarterback like Matthew Stafford in at the helm for that team, I would really believe in him. But right now, he doesn't have that. So that's why he's number 15. Coming in number 16, we have MG, Michael Gallup, going against the Washington Redskins. And like I said, I believe Dak Prescott puts a huge spot on this team, literally dicks them the fuck down. I think that this may be a back and forth kind of game because the Dallas defense is fucking terrible. I think Michael Gallup puts up a pretty great spot in this game. Coming in number 17, we have Jarvis Landry going up against the Cincinnati Bengals. This is a great juicy matchup for Jarvis Landry, but this offense, Freddie Kitchens is getting his ass kicked out of the kitchen. Gordon Ramsay is going to go yell at him because he's fucking terrible. Jarvis Landry, he would be ranked way higher. Same with Odell if Freddie Kitchens was an idiot, but right now I do not trust Freddie Kitchens. Baker Mayfield just hasn't looked all that hot, so Jarvis Landry is a top 17 guy, but I don't necessarily love him. Coming in at number 18, we have Devontae Parker going up against the New England Patriots in New England. Now, if I know anything about going into New England, is that you are going to have a bad time. And while I love Devontae Parker this week because I think he's going to get a lot of targets, I am not surprised why a lot of people are going to stray away from Devontae Parker this week. He is going to get the Stephon Gilmore treatment. He may get his ass completely just decimated in this game. He may score 0. He could put up a goose egg because Gilmore could lock him down. But Gilmore hasn't been necessarily shadowing just one guy every single game. He eventually breaks free, and then that wide receiver goes ham. And I think that Devontae Parker could have an okay game in this game, and that's why I got him at number 18. Coming in number 19, we have Cooper Kupp coming up against the Arizona Cardinals. Like I said, Robert Woods has been the real staple in this LA Rams offense. I think that Cooper Kupp has been playing just about okay, so I don't really trust him in this game, but he has a very simple matchup up against the Arizona Cardinals, so obviously he is going to be a top 20 wide receiver. Coming in number 20, we have Tyler Lockett going against the San Francisco 49ers. Now, Tyler Lockett has been just about the most confusing motherfucker the last couple of weeks. He was putting up like 2 points, 2 points, 2 points, and they put up 10 2 weeks ago, right? And then I was like, you know what? Maybe Tyler Lockett will actually do something next week. He put up a good spot. And then you know what he did? He literally fucked you right in the ass, which is crazy because Tyler Lockett is a virgin. He has never indulged in having sex, but he fucked all of your teams right in the ass. He is no longer a virgin after he just absolutely destroyed your team's asshole last week. I believe that Tyler Lockett could have a good game in this game. I do not trust him at all. He's ranked number 20 because he has that upside. He's the number 1 wide receiver on a team that could be able to put up big points up against the San Francisco 49ers team, but by golly, am I worried about Tyler Lockett. Coming in number 21, we have scary Terry McLaurin going against the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas. I think that Terry McLaurin puts up yet another big spot. This Dallas defense really ain't all that good. And Terry McLaurin played quite well last week up against the New York Football Giants. I think he continues that success. Obviously, he is a bit banged up. He got hurt at the end of that game, but I still think he plays great this week. That's why he's number 21. Coming in number 22, we have Odell Beckham Jr. going against the Cincinnati Bengals. Like I said, this is a juicy matchup for Odell Beckham, but Odell has not done shit the last couple of games. Odell Beckham Jr. is the biggest fantasy disappointment I have seen in a while. Fuck you, Odell Beckham Jr. I believe Odell Beckham Jr. plays terrible in this game. I got him ranked at number 22 because he has a lot of upside. He is a great talent, but he has sucked so bad the last couple of games that I wouldn't trust him worth anything. Coming in number 23, we have Emmanuel Sanders going up against the Seattle Seahawks, and Emmanuel Sanders and Deebo Samuel both had pretty good games last week up against whoever the fuck they played, the LA Rams. And I think that Emmanuel Sanders and Deebo are both good starts yet again this week. I think Emmanuel Sanders is slightly safer, but if it was me, I would go with not Emmanuel Sanders. I think I would go with Deebo Samuel slightly more, but I like both of these guys. It's pretty hard to rank them since they're both such good talents. I think that this San Francisco 49ers versus Seattle Seahawks game is a lot like the Rams versus the 49ers last week, where it is very high scoring and very back and forth. Now on to 25 through 32. So if you guys have enjoyed thus far and haven't clicked the subscribe button already, I would really appreciate if you guys could please do that. Number 25, we got Stephon Diggs going up against the Chicago Bears. And with the return of Adam Thielen, I know Adam Thielen shit the bed last week, but I think Adam Thielen gets more involved in this game. They're going to need to get Adam Thielen involved if they want to win anything in the playoffs, especially if Dalvin Cook is not there. I believe Stephon Diggs puts up a pretty good game this week, but he's playing up against the Chicago Bears, and I know what you might be thinking. Nick, Pat Mahomes fucked up the Chicago Bears defense last week. Why can't Kirk Cousins do that? Because Kirk Cousins is awful, guys, okay? It's plain and simple. He literally is just awful. He's not that good. He might be screaming, "You like that?" after he wins one fucking playoff game, but he really is not all that good, and I really don't trust him or Stephon Diggs this week. Coming in number 26, we have Sterling Shepard going against the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, Sterling Shepard to me is just a fucking dice roll. Like, I know Daniel Jones is playing well, but the Eagles locked down Dak Prescott last week, so I will be a bit worried, but I think this Eagles defense may be getting hot at the right time. Sterling Shepard is obviously a great talent at the wide receiver position. I'm just not sure I really trust him that much this week at the Philadelphia Eagles, but he is ranked number 26 because he does have that high upside. Coming in number 27, we have Greg Ward going against the New York Giants. Now, a couple of weeks ago, Greg Ward was a no-name. He was someone, when he scored a touchdown, you had no idea who he is. Now, you know who the fuck Greg Ward is. He's the best wide receiver on the Philadelphia Eagles, aside from Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert, that is healthy, okay? Greg Ward is going to put up a good spot against this New York Giants team. A game that I believe to be back and forth. A game I believe will be high scoring this week. I love Greg Ward in this game, coming in at number 27. Coming in at number 28, we have Justin Watson going up against the Atlanta Falcons. I love Jameis, Perryman, and Watson in this game. This Atlanta Falcons defense is fucking putrid. I believe Justin Watson puts up yet another big game. Last week, he got a bit of the shakes when he was going to score a wide open touchdown. That motherfucker dropped a wide open touchdown because he just stumbled. He got shaky. He was like, holy shit, I'm going to score in the NFL, and he hit the bed. But it's okay because this week he gets the Atlanta Falcons a very soft defense for Justin Watson. Coming in at number 29, we have Magic Mike Williams going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, Mike Williams was on a roll. Last week, kind of shit the bed. Didn't do all that much. But the couple of weeks before that, he was on roll. I think he gets back on the saddle and plays quite well up against the Kansas City Chiefs this week in Kansas City. But he doesn't really have that much upside because, Phillip Rivers just really ain't that good anymore. Coming in number 30, we have DK Metcalf, Donkey Kong Metcalf, going up against the San Francisco 49ers. Now, DK Metcalf, Lockett, all those guys really didn't play all that hot last week. I think DK Metcalf is a solid flex option, but I wouldn't be surprised if he shit the bed big time up against the San Francisco 49ers. Even though I think it's going to be a back-and-forth matchup, this San Francisco defense is no joke. Coming in number 31, we have Adam Thielen go up against the Chicago Bears. And last week, Adam Thielen made a big play towards the end of the game, and they threw the flag because they said illegal touchdown. You can't be having those in these NFL games on prime time. This game, Adam Thielen and Kirk Cousins not playing in prime time. So Kirk Cousins, like I know I said he was awful, but he actually plays okay when it's not prime time. So I think Adam Thielen has an okay game, but I would not trust him worth shit. The upside, though, is there for him. That's why he's at number 31. Coming in number 32, we have CK Calvin Klein. Just kidding. It is Mr. Christian Kirk going against the LA Rams in LA. Last week, Christian Kirk fucked you right in the ass. He fucked you dry. He didn't even bother using any lubricant. He fucked you real hard. He scored 0 fucking points. This week he's playing up against the LA Rams, a defense that is pretty good. And if Jalen Ramsey magically plays, but he's pissed off, he's like, fuck this, I'm out, just like the Jaguars. Now I'm hurt because my team isn't good. My pussy hurt. That's what he's saying. Christian Kirk, I think, puts up an okay game in this game. That's why I got him ranked at number 32. He definitely has some upside, being the number 1 wide receiver on the Arizona Cardinals. So thank you guys all for watching this video. If at any point you ended up enjoying, please make sure to click that subscribe button down below. Click on one of the videos that is also on the screen displayed. Check out overlaydfs.com. I love each and every single one of you guys. I hope you had a very, very Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa as well, I believe is how you say that. Happy holidays. I love you all. Make sure to stay safe. Stay frosty. I love you all. Goodbye.